Does it make sense for the iPhone 17 to cost more? Maybe, but does Apple really need to raise the price? Not at all. Still, multiple reports suggest that Apple is planning to do just that. For the first time in nearly a decade, the iPhone's price may go up. Rumors say the entire iPhone 17 up could see a 50 price increase when it launches on September 9. That would mean the regular iPhone 17 could start at $80.49, while the iPhone 17 Pro might begin $109. On top of that, Apple could remove the 128GB option for the Pro models, just like it did with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So even though $50 might not sound like much, in practice it forces people to pay more for the same storage. Why is Apple making this move? The main reason comes down to stability. Believe it or not, the price of Pro iPhones hasn't gone up in 8 years. Back in 2017, the iPhone X shocked everyone with its $99.99 price. But if you adjust that amount for inflation, it would equal about Ferd's $300 today. By that logic, Apple argued that Pro iPhones are actually cheaper now than before. Apple could also point out that other tech products have gone up in price. Sony raised the PlayStation 5 by $50. Nintendo increased Switch prices by around 10%. Microsoft raised some Xbox models by as much as $100. Even subscriptions are getting more expensive. Spotify openly admitted price hikes are now part of their strategy. Apple itself raised Apple TV Plus from $9.99 to $5.99 per month. So in a world where everything costs more, Apple could easily justify a small increase. But here's the real issue. Just because they can, doesn't mean they should. The iPhone has built its reputation as a premium device, but compared to foldables from Samsung or Huawei that cost much more, it's still seen as a reasonable choice for many. The iPhone stands out not only because of its build quality but also because of its long software support and strong ecosystem. Raising the price could upset that balance and make customers think twice. Looking at competitors makes this point stronger. Google's Pixel 10 series stayed at the same prices as last year. The Pixel 10 Pro still starts at $999. Samsung raised the Z Fold 7 by $100 but kept the Z Flip 7 the same at $199. It would look like they're leading the way in making phones more expensive, right before the crucial holiday season. So, will people accept it? Some might not mind paying $50 more, but psychology plays a big role here. A price increase, even a small one, makes people reconsider whether they need to upgrade now or wait. Some might settle for the regular iPhone 17 instead of the Pro. Others might switch to a cheaper Android option. It's also worth remembering that Apple has huge profits. The company admitted tariffs end to cost in one quarter and expected another $1.1 billion soon. Yet, even with those extra expenses, Apple still reported record earnings. This shows Apple could afford to absorb cost without pushing them onto customers. In today's economy, where people are already struggling with higher costs for food, rent, and bills, keeping iPhone prices steady would be the smarter long-term move. It could improve Apple's image, make the brand feel less overpriced, and even put pressure on rivals. Imagine the headlines if Apple kept prices flat while everyone else raised theirs. It would be a big win for customer loyalty. If Apple does raise prices, the outcome is clear. Many people will either buy the cheaper models, stick with last year's iPhone, or move to Android. Apple may still make money, but it risks damaging its reputation. So, does it make sense for the iPhone 17 to cost more? From a financial point of view, yes. But from a customer-first perspective, the answer is no. September 9 will reveal which path Apple chooses. And if history tells us anything, it's that Apple rarely passes up a chance to charge more.